Hey, what's going on? Coming at you from Chicago, Illinois, and I got two articles here. This first article is from Shaquille O'Neal's mother, and then the second article is from Kevin Ford. Some of you guys might be familiar with Kevin Ford. He's the guy who went viral on the GoFundMe for working at Burger King for 27 years, and then he got a dismal goodie bag, as a some sort of a reward for not being absent for 27 years. So, how does Lucille O'Neal and Kevin Ford, how do they kind of relate? I'm gonna get into that in this video. So, I'm gonna start with Shaquille O'Neal's mother, Lucille O'Neal, and this article is from essentiallysports.com. And the title is, I Promise I'll Pay. Years after squandering son's millions on addiction, Shaquille O'Neal's mother admits how son made her a donation. So, again, her name is Lucille. Lucille O'Neal, mother of retired NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal, made some startling revelations during a speech at Chattanooga Girls Leadership Academy Odyssey lunch on Wednesday. So this article, it was published 3:10 of last week, so Friday, and then it's talking about here Wednesday. So it might have been on. She might have made the speech on the 8th of here in March. Lucille opened up about her struggles with addiction and how it consumed her when her son first joined the NBA in 1992. At the time, she was using her son's money on her alcohol addiction. So, just a quick side note here, the article doesn't talk about this. This is just me speaking out loud. We look at these celebrities. It doesn't even have to be a celebrity, a millionaire, multi-millionaire. And I think a lot of us, we just presume because this person, this family member has millions of dollars, they have a lot of money, that maybe they don't typically have family issues. But from this article, that's not always the case. Sometimes having these millions of dollars, it causes problems, especially for younger people when they rise to fame so quickly. They don't know how to handle all that money and the pressure and just being in a new lifestyle. So sometimes there's more than what meets the eye when we see people with a lot of money. So getting back to the article, she realized she needed to make a change because she was, like I previously said, she was getting into alcohol, and it was just causing problems for her. An article in the Times Free Press described how Lucille's faith in God gave her the strength to turn her life around. She heard a voice in her mind saying, "Walk like you have somewhere to go." This inspired her to start dreaming about continuing her education. And then the article, it talks about how she recalled a conversation with her son Shaq, and he told her, "If you go to college and keep your grades up, I promise I'll pay your tuition." Lucille enrolled or re-enrolled in college and completed her studies in business administration back in 2003. So, that was kind of cool that she took on the challenge that her son had presented to her. She stopped the she stopped the drinking and the alcohol, and she just focused on her life, focused on her future. She could have just glided by, her son, this famous NBA star. She didn't have to go back to college and focus on her life and her future, but she didn't just glide by. She took a sense of control of herself and looked forward to the future. So that was kind of cool that she did that. So now I'm going to jump here to this second article. This one is from EURweb.com. And the title of this article is Burger King Gave Kevin Ford a Goodie Bag After 27 Years of Perfect Attendance. $400K so far raised via GoFundMe. So this, I had initially read this Shaquille O'Neal article, and then I was sort of thinking, how can I, come up with another subject that relates to it. And I remember reading this Kevin Ford article last year, and so I just did a quick Google search to see if there was anything more recent article on this guy, and I found this article right here. It was published January 7th of this year. It says, last year, Kevin Ford, who worked at Burger King for 27 years, was celebrated by the company for his perfect attendance. A video of the 54-year-old Ford during the celebration event went viral, but not because it was a spectacular event. Instead, it went viral because it was far from being a spectacular event. And if you watch the video, you see why. Excuse me. Millions of viewers felt the employer didn't go far enough to ensure the event was elaborate when thanking Ford, a longtime Las Vegas Harry Reid International Airport Burger King staff member. In the video that went viral, Ford can be seen receiving a bag full of candy, a movie ticket, a lanyard, a Starbucks cup, 2 pens, and keychains for his service. And I remember that article that I read last year about this guy and this whole situation, and he was describing this goodie bag as a bunch of basically worthless stuff after 27 years of his life, perfect attendance, and this is their way of thanking him. I mean, it was just, I don't know, a slap in the face. It's like almost like a joke. But he seemed pretty gracious about the whole about receiving this little goodie bag. And I remember in the article that I originally read last year, the daughter, she saw this video of her father, and she had set up a GoFundMe account, and she initially wanted, I think she only wanted to raise maybe $100. It was nothing huge, but it just, I think when he went on the Today Show, that's when from 100,000 to 250,000. I mean, it just really, it snowballed, and now he has over 400,000 in the GoFundMe. So and then the really awesome part about this article is how it ended. The article concludes by saying he has not quit his job so as to bask in his newfound glory and fame. He is still a loyal employee at Burger King and still hasn't missed a shift. So, again, just like Shaquille O'Neal's mother, he could have just glided by. He could have stopped working, but he didn't. He can. Like I said, this article is from January. There's no reason to believe that as of now, as I'm making this video in March, that he stopped working. So it's really cool that these people, Lucille and Kevin, they kept marching on. They kept moving forward, and we need to do the same. I know that there's a lot of craziness out there. We see these YouTube clips, like chaotic things going on, and the world is going to chaos, and it's easy to get blindsided and lose our faith in humanity. But I know for me, you know, reading this article about Kevin Ford and how he continues to work, you know, in spite of all this money that's been donated to him, it's restored my sense of faith in humanity, that there is good. There's good in the world. There's good in people. And not be so jaded by all this negativity and all the bad news that's either on YouTube or whatever articles online, so forth. So there's hope. There's hope. And if we follow our Creator, I think that's the ultimate hope. This is we're going through trials and tribulations in this life, and it's just a learning lesson. You know, what happens when we depart from trying to follow our Creator and just trying to do things our own way. And you know, that it just, when we try to do things our own way, separate of our Creator and His intentions, that's when we have problems and difficulties in life. So that the offer to salvation it's always there. So that's the awesome thing about our Creator. So that was today's video. If you guys enjoy this content, please follow me. It's just, this is really awesome that with YouTube, not only can you guys learn from me, I can learn from you guys. If you guys post in the comments, you know, sharing these videos, trying to get these videos, these messages out there, you know, we both gain. We both can learn. We both can take this journey together. So again, that was today's video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.